How's it going, everyone? In today's video, we're going to go ahead and check out the new changes, new improvements that we receive on the beta 2 version of iOS 16 and WatchOS 9. So I've had it for a whole day now, going through everything, find out what's new and such. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all that in today's video. So timestamps between iOS 16 will be in the description, and the transition we're going to make from 16 to WatchOS 9 as well. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start off with the iPhone, obviously, since I have it right here. This is an iPhone 13 Pro. And now, we have some new tweaks on the lock page right here. Because now whenever you go into the lock screen customization, you hit customize, there's now this new filter. So we have 2 additional filters, but in addition to that, it doesn't just stop there. If we go ahead and actually add one, and let's use this one as a fine example, when you hit set, now this little pop-up menu will pop up. Here where you can actually set the wallpaper as a pair, or if you tap on customize homepage, now you have the option to select a different background for the homepage, as well as your blur options are right here and available. Where it was previously, you had to go into settings, go into wallpaper to have access to the blur capability. Apple now integrated it, so you could do it all at once instead of having to do a 2-step process, which was expected, of course. This is, after all, a beta. And then the little now playing shuffle card right here also got slightly bigger than previously. It was a little bit smaller. Now it has been enlarged. And if you have a timer or an alarm set up, the alarm icon's different. It is now changed, and it's slightly bigger, so it's easy to notice than previously. It was just really small. And since we're still in the customization lock screen, astronomy, if you select this as your wallpaper, it will now show a green dot of your current location. And then if you have 2 numbers on your device, like an eSIM and a regular SIM card, now you could actually filter your iMessages from those different SIM cards you have, so like personal or business in my case. The new this time for iOS 16 was that cool unique ability where it'll use AI learning to outline the subject. It allows you to like freely paste this image anywhere from your messages to third-party apps. This thing is pretty cool. But now if you notice, there's this weird lightning style animation showing the subject is indeed highlighted. So this is a new improvement. And then another improvement I noticed is in the podcast. Fast is now on top, and the same is done on the sleep section too, as the number on top is higher and lower. Then back on the lock screen, something I almost forgot to mention, if you swipe up, very similar to like the Apple Watch, you could delete some of these wallpapers you have created, where before you had a long press, but now it's a swipe up. Now there's some additional features that also got integrated, but it's still the beta, it's buggy, but in the long term, as soon as this is resolved, right now it's not letting me do it, but if you have unlimited data, you can now actually back up your device without having to be connected to a Wi-Fi network. So if you have unlimited data, you could fully take advantage of this. Now, something I noticed yesterday is when you take a screenshot now there is actually a new option. So if we take a screenshot now and we go ahead and tap done, now you actually have the ability to do a quick note, so it doesn't save to your camera roll. So that is interesting. And then some small minor improvements I have noticed is the haptic feedback on the keyboard. If this is enabled, if you don't know how to enable it, you just quickly launch the settings and go into sound and haptics, and enable is right here. But I noticed that the haptic feedback, many other people are also saying the same thing, has been increased because it's definitely a lot more noticeable. But maybe in the near future, what I think what Apple should do is allow us to have the ability to actually slide and adjust how aggressive we want the haptic feedback to feel. Kind of like what we're able to do with the Apple Watch. So now let's go ahead and make the switch from the iPhone to the Apple Watch. So new for WatchOS 9, on a software update screen, this page right here, there actually is the icon right here for WatchOS 9. As silly it may sound like, previously there was nothing here, but now it's here. So that's something that they improved, and that's the official logo, I guess. Now, whenever you launch a workout, one of the big subjects that Apple focused a lot on WWDC was the running activity. And so if you actually launch the running app right now, if we go back on this, sorry, I was experimenting with something. I guess it's saved from yesterday. But if we actually start an outdoor run Let me see if I can find it right here. If you actually go ahead and start it, you could bypass the timer by tapping on the screen. Pro tip right there. But now when you rotate the digital crown, you'll find your levels. This is new, but now you actually find elevation. And there's a lot more input information as well. But media control and everything else, it's exactly the same. Now the next tweak and improvement can be found in the Sleep app. Not only are we given a little more information on the Sleep app, I personally don't use it on my Apple Watch, but if you do use sleep tracking, if you actually launch the Health app and go in the bottom where it says Browse, go tap on Sleeping, and here you can actually click on Show More Data. It's going to give you additional information that we weren't able to see before. This was available on beta 1, but it was buggy, but now it looks like some of this additional information is now working properly. Now the Apple Watch mirroring also got some tweaks too. So if we go back and go into the accessibility section right here, so accessibility, there it is, and where it says Apple Watch mirroring, enable this. Now we'll actually show you a live preview of the Apple Watch, and it's now a blue ring, by the way. So you can actually mirror your Apple Watch and control everything from your iPhone. So if your Apple Watch isn't responding, you're having a hard time viewing something, you basically control everything right here. It is tad laggy, but you do have digital crown control as well as the power button. And to the most part, aside from it being slightly lagging, it works really well. But now we can actually see what the Apple Watch is showing. Before it was just a black screen. And then previously, whenever you launch Control Center, the battery life percentage was supposed to be blue, but I guess Apple reversed back to the default gray color, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then while we're still in the Control Center, you may have noticed Assistive Touch is now available here. So you can actually toggle it on the Control Center now. You don't have to go through the settings or anything like that. I still don't know exactly how to use this, but I know it's extremely useful if you're making like an Apple Pay transaction, so you don't have to touch the screen or anything like that. But it's pretty cool that you could enable it right here now. So yeah, it takes a while to get used to, but once you have it down, you can basically operate your Apple Watch hands-free. Maybe I'll make a dedicated video, a quick tutorial guide how to understand the controls. Aside from that, that's the rundown between Beta Profile 2 on both of these two devices. Some cool tweaks and improvements on the Apple Watch, as well as the iPhone, new lock screen features, and etc. I'm pretty sure we're going to go ahead and see a lot more in the next few weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to test these things out and update you on any future updates. So if you want to stay tuned, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss those upcoming videos, so you're always up to date on the latest changes and such. If you'd like to watch more, maybe you want to go ahead and check out the complete guide of everything new of iOS 16. In case you missed it, you can go ahead and watch that video over here. I cover like literally everything. And the same can be said about the Apple Watch. So that is the other video of all the new changes for WatchOS 9. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.